Now, Jeremiah's going to talk about that. Listen to him. Chapter 10, verse 1, Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. The public is running after the zodiac, and it's got so in every paper and on newscasts today, and we like to know what sign so-and-so was born under and all that nonsense. And it's being given out in papers and being given out on the radio and television as if this is something genuine. You see, people have substitutes for God. If you won't worship the living and true God, then you're going to start looking at the stars, and you're going in for all of that foolishness today, and I say it's foolishness. Now, God says, Learn not the way of the heathen. After all, the astrologers, those wise men that came out of the east to worship Jesus, they knew more about the stars than this crowd does today, because they've just picked up this that has come from the pagan heathen world. Now, will you notice, he says, For the customs of the people are vain, they're empty. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Now, may I say this, and I'd like to say it kindly, but it's so utterly preposterous and ridiculous that I must emphasize that. A great many people say this is the reason you shouldn't have Christmas trees, for that's what he's talking about. Well, now to begin with, Jeremiah's talking to his people about idolatry, and nobody had a Christmas tree in that day. This has no reference to a Christmas tree. It has reference to the fact that this man, Jeremiah, is in bitter irony. He's ridiculing the idolatry of the day. He says you go out in the woods, you cut down a tree, and the thing that you do, Isaiah said actually you could use part of it to make a fire and warm yourself, and you could cook your meal on part of it. And he said that would be a pretty good part of the tree. But to fall down and worship the thing that you made, and the thing that they do here, they cut down it, they shape it, and they make of it an image, and they deck it with silver and with gold, and they fasten it with nails and hammers. That's their God. This is an idol that he's talking about here. And what he's really saying is you're worshiping a scarecrow. Now, friends, if at Christmas time you get down before your Christmas tree and start bowing before it and worshiping it, I would say that this could have reference to you. But I don't even know any unsaved pagan in our country today that worships a Christmas tree. They all put it up, but they don't worship it. They understand it's more or less of a decoration, means practically nothing to them other than that. But this is idolatry. Now, a great many people today worship at Christmas time themselves, and, it's what I can get, not what I can give, that's important. And these are the